Super Nicktendo here with another video review. This week I'm reviewing Afrika for the PlayStation 3. Now I found this game for about $5 at the Goodwill, and it turns out that this game is actually much more expensive. It's about $65 right now, and it's kind of sought after because it's an uncommon PlayStation 3 game. Now I looked into it a little bit, and judging from the back of the cover, it looks kind of interesting, so let's take a look.
Released in 2009 for the PlayStation 3, Afrika was met with lukewarm reviews and didn't really sell a whole lot, but I guess that's to be expected for such a niche game. The first thing you'll notice is load times are long. It took about 2 minutes to autosave and another minute to save my game. Auto loads are frequent and take about 30 seconds apiece. You can either play as Eric or Anna, but you can give them a name that suits you best. From the start, you check your emails for any assignments. The better the pictures you take, the more money you earn, and then you spend money on better equipment to get better pictures to earn more money. You can also access the field guide, which can tell you about the animals you're photographing, so you'll have an easier time approaching them. So for the first part of the game, you're given a basic camera, GPS, and some film, about 30 pictures. You're then sent out in the field where James takes you out on a Jeep. He drives so you can sit in the back and enjoy the ride. The first time out, you can't use the camera, but once you get to the watering hole, you can get the rundown on how the camera function works.
One of the crazy features about this game is that you can tilt the controller as if you're holding a camera up to your eye to do a portrait mode or a landscape mode. You can also go this way or this way, but I don't know why you would do it that way. But most likely you're going to do this or this.
Every day you have new emails for assignments asking for certain shots, some specific to the animals in the area. Again, this is how you make your money, so you want to pay attention to emails each day before going out in the field. The better the picture, the more money you'll get. So when you turn in a photo, make sure it's the best possible photo because you can't resubmit it once it's turned in. And also you can only have one assignment at any given time. When you accept a mission, James will take you right out to where you need to go to take the picture that you need. Sometimes it happens right away, and other times it can be a while. I waited about 3 minutes for this hippo to yawn. Obviously in the real world it could take even longer. Speaking of hippos, one of the things about Afrika is that you need to be careful about the wildlife you're photographing. Get too close to an animal and your screen starts glowing red and the controller starts to vibrate. Ignore this warning and you'll be attacked and forced back to camp for the rest of the day. And you'll also lose any photographs you took during that time as well. One of the most surprising things about this game is the soundtrack. Afrika has a full orchestrated score conducted by Wataru Hakama, who has done a handful of games and movies. The soundtrack makes the game more enjoyable. Turn the volume up and enjoy wonderful music while taking pictures of wildlife. It's very soothing. This game is a refreshing change of pace compared to other games, and the only game that I can think that comes close is Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64. This game is obviously not for everyone, and if you're looking for non-stop action, this game will be really disappointing. A lot of work goes into getting specific shots, and if you get too close to an animal you're trying to shoot, you'll startle it and you'll have to go back to base. This can be very frustrating, but ultimately make you a better photographer. This game has a real attention to detail when it comes to photography as well. The cameras can be adjusted to your liking so you can get the shot that you want. You can change shutter speed, f-stop, and exposure levels. Need to take continuous shots? There's a setting for it. Black and white photos more your style? You can change that too. Eventually you'll be able to buy better lenses to take photos of animals that are either too quick or too shy to capture up close. And if you're interested in learning a bit about photography, this game gives you surprisingly a lot of information on the basics of photography. So that's Afrika, a very interesting PlayStation game by Natsume. This is one of the rare PlayStation titles that's sought after by collectors, and as a result, the price is hovering around $65 as recording of this video. Would I spend this much on this game? Not really. It's not a game that you can just pick up and play casually, as there are only so many ways that you can take pictures of animals. It definitely has a decent amount of gameplay if you're interested in committing to it. If you find it for less than $30, I say pick it up. At $5, it has more than paid it for itself for me.
That concludes my review for Afrika for the PlayStation 3. I'd like to hear what you think down in the comments below. And while you're down there, I'm debating on 5 different games to review for next week. and I really can't decide, and I'd like your help. I'm debating on reviewing Echo the Dolphin for the Sega Genesis, Cookie and Cream for the PlayStation 2, Choo Choo Rocket for the Sega Dreamcast, Magic Carpet for the Sega Saturn, and Bubble Bobble 2 for the NES. I'd like to hear what you think. What game would you like to see me review next? Leave it down in the comment below. And that's it for now. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you like what I do here, please subscribe. I try to post once every week. And thanks for watching.